Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Alice, aka Breathing Magic. Welcome to the channel of self-development, spirituality, metaphysics, magic, and so much more. Today's topic is Litha, aka Midsummer. This is a part of a series about the Sabbats and how to celebrate them. I'm making these videos because I want to be more in tune with nature and work with the energy of the seasons. So if you're interested in seasonal living, if you want to learn more about the Sabbats, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button so you get notified when I post new videos. In this video, I will talk about when Litha takes place, what it represents, and then share with you 10 ways you can celebrate this holiday. First things first, what is Litha? Litha is one of the 8 Sabbats, and it's celebrated by many Wiccans, pagans, witches, and cultures around the world. The name Litha is said to derive from Anglo-Saxon words for the months that correspond with June and July. Litha is also known as Midsummer or the Summer Solstice. The Summer Solstice marks the longest day and shortest night of the year, and the date is different each year. Some people choose to celebrate Litha on the day of the solstice, while others may choose to celebrate it on another day or for several days. This can be anywhere from the 20th of June to the 24th of June. Litha celebrates the beginning of summer. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a second. Why does Midsummer celebrate the beginning of summer? What the heck? Shouldn't we be celebrating the middle of summer? The answer is yes and no. Although Midsummer is the ancient middle of summer, it's actually the beginning of the astronomical summer. This is when the sun is most powerful and potent, and it's bringing an abundance of warmth, light, and fertility to life on Earth. This holiday is also about celebrating the present moment while being aware of challenges ahead. Midsummer is a time of change and transition because this is when we go from the light half of the year to the dark half of the year. As we celebrate summer, we're also aware that the days are getting shorter and the nights are getting longer. So it's important for us to fully embrace, enjoy, and be thankful for all the abundance we have in this present moment, and at the same time be aware of the cold days and challenges ahead. In other words, winter is coming. When it comes to legend and folklore, in the Wiccan belief system, this is when the god and goddess are happily married and the goddess is pregnant with a baby. Their powers are most abundant, potent, and fertile during this time. Therefore, all life on Earth is just growing and thriving. This is also when the Holy King battles the Oak King for the throne. Eventually, the Holy King wins and brings forth the dark half of the year. And many believe that the Holy King and the Oak King are actually two different sides of the horned god. And if you're interested in fairies or fays, in some cultures, especially the Celtic culture, many people believe that this is a time when there's a lot of fairy activity and fairies gather together and move from land to land. So a lot of people like to give offerings to the fae during this time. If you want to do fairy magic or connect with the fae, this might be a good time to do so, but always do your research beforehand. Now that we have a better understanding of what Litha or Midsummer is about, we can move on to celebration ideas. But before I dive in, I want to put a quick disclaimer here. There isn't much written information on how exactly people celebrated this holiday back in the old days. And holidays tend to change and evolve as time goes by. There are many ways to celebrate this day. So feel free to take what you resonate with and modify them according to your practices, your preferences, or personal situation. Just do what feels right to you. Alright, without further ado, let's start with number 1. Number 1. Sungazing. Gaze at the sun as it's rising in the morning and as it's setting in the evening. And if you're into morning yoga, you can do a sun salutation as the sun is rising to show your appreciation for the sun. Number 2. Midsummer bonfires. Traditionally, people lit bonfires on Midsummer's Eve so they can dance around it and stay up all night, and then welcome the sun as it rises the next morning. And back in the old days, agriculture was a huge part of people's lives. So they would burn wood and herbs that correspond with the holiday in the bonfires, and then collect ashes from the bonfires and scatter them on their crops to protect them. Number 3, outdoor activities. Go outside and bask in the glory of the sun and nature. It's time to get your vitamin D. But make sure you put on sunscreen before you go outside so you don't get hurt. You can have a picnic in the woods or a party at the beach. And while you're at it, why not do some foraging, collect some shells, familiarize yourself with nature. Number 4, seasonal colors. Incorporate colors that represent this holiday in your home decor and the clothes you wear. Some colors that correspond with Litha or Midsummer are warm, fiery colors that remind you of the element fire and the sun, which is a huge ball of fire. These colors are red, orange, yellow, and gold. You can also use blue, which represents the sky above us and the water that flows within us and all around us. And you can also use green. Green symbolizes growth, prosperity, abundance, and the lively earth that exists in the now. For example, you can wear a red t-shirt and decorate your home with beautiful sunflowers and daisies. Number 5, make a sun catcher. Gather some sticks and shiny objects you have at home and make a beautiful sun catcher to help the light of the sun bounce around your home. Number 6, work with crystals. Since the power of the sun is super potent on this holiday, it's a perfect time to charge your crystals. Some crystals that correspond with this holiday are sunstone, citrine, jade, emerald, and tiger's eye. Keep in mind, some crystals will start to lose their colors when exposed to too much sunlight, so make sure you do your research before charging your crystals. After you've charged your crystals, you can meditate with them to really bring in that solar energy. Number 7, delicious holiday foods. This one is my favorite. Anything with honey is just divine. And baked goods are also a good option. For example, you can eat grain breads, elderflower cakes, blueberry cakes, maple cakes, honey cakes, any kind of cake, and fresh berries and fruits that have colors that correspond with the element fire and the sun are great options as well. For example, oranges, peaches, apricots, bananas, sun-kissed tomatoes, etc. And as for drinks, fresh fruity drinks are perfect for this holiday. Before I move on to number 8, I just want to briefly mention that the next few ideas are more witchy and magic related, but I've added alternative ideas for people who don't practice magic. Alright, let's move on. Number 8, make sun water. Fill a glass jar with fresh water and set the intention that this water will be infused with the powerful energy of the sun. Then let it sit under the sun for a couple of hours. Solar energy is super potent and powerful. You can use sun water to give yourself an energy boost. You can also use sun water to add that extra oomph to your spells. And many doctors believe that water charged by the sun can help the body heal and create a healthier environment within the body. Number 9, make or remake your magical tools, especially the ones related to masculine energy, because this holiday is about fire and solar energy. For example, you can make or remake a wand or staff. And if you don't practice magic, you can use this holiday as a time to take care of and or upgrade the tools you use to express yourself and your passion. For example, if you're a chef, then you may want to look at your culinary tools and see if you want to make some changes or upgrades. And last but definitely not least, number 10, spells and rituals. Since Midsummer carries such a powerful energy, many people save their biggest spells for this day. You can incorporate flowers, herbs, trees, and plants that correspond with this holiday in your spells and rituals. For example, chamomile, rose, honeysuckle, vervain, St. John's wort, mugwort, mistletoe, oak, laurel, and linden. And you can also use candles with colors I mentioned earlier. Some popular spells to do during this time are fertility spells because it's a fire holiday, prosperity spells, growth spells, protection spells, healing spells, and self-confidence spells. And if you don't practice magic, think of this as a good time to be the light for yourself and others. You can celebrate this holiday by reading affirmations or sending a heartfelt compliment to another person or sending affirmations to people, especially self-confidence affirmations. Just spread the light, be the light, and make the world a better place. So those are 10 ways to celebrate Midsummer. And if you're still watching, high five, high 10. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and let me know in the comments below which parts did you resonate with, and how do you or your culture, your country celebrate Midsummer? I'd love to know. And I will talk to you in my next video. Until then, live from your heart and be the magic you wish to see in this world. Bye!